Hey guys, and welcome to The Girl with the Shovel. We are going to be unboxing some plants that were ordered online from the Perfect Plants Nursery. So let's get going and see how they look. So with baby number 3 on the way, I wasn't planning on doing many videos right now, but a few weeks ago I was contacted by the Perfect Plants Nursery. And I'm always out for trying some more nurseries online, especially because, let's be honest, I wanted to find somewhere that was a bit more quality. So I asked for a few plants and they gave them to me, and shipping was honestly like super fast. Anyways, so they're already here. And so today we're going to go through them. We're going to check them out. I purposefully asked for a few that are a little more picky. So we'll see how they shipped. We'll see how it went. Okay, so here we are unboxing from the Perfect Plants Nursery. Okay, so here we go. Let's open this up. I already kind of tore all the staples out because that was going to be a pain. But here we go. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, where should I start? This guy here. Start in the middle. Okay, wow. Oh my goodness. This is a big one. This is, okay, yeah. Wow. Look, it's even got some flowers on it. Well, not flowers, but like the little flowering part. It hasn't flowered yet. Looks like some were, but that's a great sign. That shows that it was probably outdoors while it was growing and got lots of sun, lots of healthy growth on it. For the fact that it's like got flowers or is about to produce flowers. I'm probably gonna get so dirty. I'm gonna get so dirty with this. That's okay. There's a nice little zip tie here. There. Okay, let's check it out. It can get so messy. That's okay. That's okay. I can sweep up after. So nice to know. You might want to do this outside and then bring it in because it's wet. It's wet and some of the soil has shifted. But it looks nice. Like the soil is wet still, really nice and moist. I'm just going to put that back in there. The pot, you can tell the pot got smashed. And this dirt is kind of everywhere. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Some nice soil. It looks like it's got a bit of sand, a bit of bark. But it's a nice mix and it's nice and moist. That's one of the big things. It's summertime here. It's been hot. I think it was in the 80s yesterday when it arrived. It arrived yesterday afternoon. It was in the 80s, really high humidity. So, I mean, I was worried that they would be a little dry, a little too hot from the shipping. But it's like really moist. So the soil is great. That is a really great sign. So I'm really happy. It's got some nice new green growth here, as well as on the other side. So I've got 3 stems in here. Got some nice growth here next to the little pollen flowering piece. I'm going to cut that off because I don't want it to flower, especially indoors. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. Let me take it out of the bag. That's a decent sized pot too. I mean, look at this. Like, this is way bigger than the ones that you'd find at like Home Depot and Lowe's right now. So happy. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, next. I have 4 of these, so that was a good sign. Ficus here. Same thing. It's got the little pole, support pole here. Okay, so I'm seeing a little bit of brown on this leaf here. Well, I don't know if you can see it. On this leaf here. So a few little brown spots. Nothing too bad though. Honestly, that's not bad. That's not bad for ficus. Like I said, I bought some that were more picky, that will show signs right away. Just some things that have more sensitive leaves to them. I think this one and the croton are the 2 most sensitive leaves, especially with the variegation. Anytime you have a plant with variegation on it, it will tend to sometimes be a little more sensitive than the all green leaf varieties. So not bad. Let me cut this out. So this is a 6-inch pot. So I am not surprised, but it's actually taller than I thought. Because on Etsy especially, you go onto like Etsy, you get a 6-inch pot, and it's like a 6-inch pot, but then the plant is like this big. Like seriously, I don't know if any of you have done that. Let me know in the comments below if any of you have bought plants off of Etsy and you've been like, oh, it's a 6-inch pot, right? And then your plant is like really tiny, right? I mean, it's cheaper. It's definitely cheaper, but I've been surprised by how small my plants are when I get them off of Etsy. So, okay. Put that in here. Get this off right here. Okay. So the soil is moist. It's not as moist as the other one, but we've got some roots here that are kind of growing, so that's a good sign. I'll probably fill up the soil line a little bit more, so it looks like some of it came out. So I'll fill it up a little bit more, but look at that. For a 6-inch pot, this is huge. Like, this is a huge plant for a 6-inch pot. And we've got 2 stems in here, which is great. There are some little browning spots on the leaves, so I will take those off, but overall, for the size of the plant, in just, you know, a 6-inch pot, I would say that's big. Like, it's really big. Like I said, on Etsy and even on Amazon, like, you get them, and I would expect it to be about half this height for a 6-inch pot. That's typical. So I'm really impressed. I am. And like, the upper leaves are beautiful. It's just a few spots on the lower leaves, and the upper leaves are just gorgeous. You've got some nice pinks in there, which is showing that it's nice and healthy, and some new growth on both of these. So yeah, good job. Good job, Perfect Plants. This is good. This is huge for the size of pot. Like, this is really good size. So, okay, let's move on to our next one. Let's grab the Sansevieria. This is the black coral. So the leaves are going to be a little bit darker. Pulling out the support stakes already. Oh, this one's a big one. Wow. This guy's big. This guy's like, you won't get this on Amazon or Etsy. Like, let's just be honest. This is really large for an online plant shipment. Okay? Getting better at this. so big. Look at this, guys. This is really large. I'm just saying, this is really large. And here I am making meskin. Got this card paper here. Okay. So yeah, the soil's shifted. Oh, it's nice and moist though. Really nice and moist still. That's a good sign. I'm seeing some of the little fertilizer, slow release beads in the soil, which is great. Means it's been fed. Okay, look at this. This is what I love to see. You see this guy here? That is beautiful new growth right onto the edge there. Beautiful new leaf. There's a little bit more over here too, but you see where it's nice and green. There's some good signs of new growth here, guys. Really good signs of new growth. I love that, especially in a Sansevieria, because a lot of times they can be a little dormant. They don't grow as fast indoors. So this guy was probably grown outdoors. It's a Florida-based nursery, so they have the climate where they can grow it outdoors. But it looks really nice and healthy and great. And this is the black coral, so it's going to be a little bit darker than your typical Sansevieria. So yeah, I'm seeing that a little bit darker, which is what I wanted. Got a few little things to trim up. That's really typical of any that you buy. And so the older growth is a bit darker here. And then you see the newer growth is still a little lighter. You can kind of see that, but oh, look at these stripes. Look at these stripes, so pretty. I'm happy with this one. I'm really happy with this one because it's hard to find different varieties of Sansevieria. They typically sell your, like just a few that are just your common Sansevieria types. So I was really happy to find this one, the black coral, and oh, it's gorgeous. I'm gonna put this, I have a black wall. I'm gonna put this up against my black wall and it is gonna look beautiful, guys. Look at the size. Yeah, it's really nice. Like, very happy with it. Very happy with the quality, the health of the plant. The soil is still moist. Everything that I typically look for to kind of judge online plant purchases. And this guy's making me very happy. Okay, very happy, very happy. Okay. Put that over there. I'm making a mess. Definitely gonna have to vacuum after this. Okay, so our last one is the bird's nest fern, and I purposefully got a bird's nest fern because it is one of the ferns that does the best indoors. Okay, I've tried a lot of different fern varieties indoors, and the bird's nest fern I think is the easiest, most tolerant of the lower humidity levels and such indoors. So got one of those. Let me grab this guy here. Okay, good. And see the stake is nice and higher, so it wouldn't damage any of those leaves. And this is a 6-inch pot as well. And my scissors. This one was a bit tighter. Kind of stuck. There we go. Ooh. Okay. Get this paper out of here. It's a bit deeper, which is nice for the ferns. Okay. Okay, wow. This is a nice size. Like I said, these are all really good sizes for the size of pot. Like this is a really tall 6-inch. Normally they're a lot, not as deep. That's what I mean. Typically they're not as deep. So this is really nice size for a 6-inch pot with just the depth. Shows there's a lot more roots able to grow. And you can just tell, I mean, this as a 6-inch pot, like that's crazy. Like this would typically be in like a 10-inch pot if you were to see it somewhere else, so people can mark it up a bit more, charge a bit more because it's a larger pot size. But this is really a great size of plant for the size of pot. So I'm very happy. Okay, I can see a little bit of insect damage on this one, but, well, no, I think that's sun damage. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I think it's insect. But, so I'll do an inspection of this, but that isn't bad. Honestly, like, the worst thing is I don't see any insects on it. You have some nurseries that'll actually ship it, and then there will be like spider mites, specifically spider mites. I've gotten scale from one nursery. Some have mealybugs. A lot of your big box stores, some of them will come with mealybugs, but a lot will come with spider mites. But I'm not seeing any signs of that anywhere. So very happy with that. Yeah, no sign of insects. Huge foliage here. Very lush, very full. I've got quite a few like new leaves growing in there. I don't know if you can tell. Got 1, 2, and then all of these grow from the very inside. But the very inside base, it has quite a few new ones growing. So that's great. That's a great sign. Overall, I'm just super impressed with these guys because they are huge. For the size of pot that I was getting, like the price was about the same, but the size of plant is very large for what you pay for. So I'm really happy. I'm going to put these over here so you can kind of see how big they are. Like, they're really big, guys. You can see all my plants behind it are a lot smaller because this is what you typically get for your size. This one is growing a lot, but like these are very big for what you order. So I'm really happy with Perfect Plants. Yeah, overall recommendation, I would give them 100%. It was packaged really nice. It had these little support stakes in them, so that kept the box from being smashed. All of the pots had really nice moisture still. None of them were dried out. None of them had any leaves that I had to pick off. Yeah, they all looked really healthy. They all had great new growth on them. So yeah, I would say 100%. That's everything that I kind of typically see problems with. And it was great, like moist but not like overly wet. I've seen that too. I've gotten a few from Etsy where the soil is just like dripping wet, and you're like, wow, this plant needs to dry out now, you know? And I get why they do it, but like this is perfect, like perfect moisture. The soil looks good. The pots are like really deep and large. For even the 6-inch pots are really deep. So that gives them a lot more roots, which can support this size of plant. You know, because your typical 6-inch, I mean, this is closer to a typical 6-inch. This is closer to it, but I mean, look at the size of that plant. Like you don't find that. It's really hard to find that, especially online. So overall, I'm really happy with Perfect Plants. I would definitely go through them again. I might even consider getting a few of their landscape plants, trying that out. If I do, I will do another video and let you know. But for their houseplant collection, I would say they are definitely one that I would recommend. Very happy with it. I read some reviews about one plant. It was a landscape plant. They bought two and one of them wasn't doing well, and they contacted customer service and they're shipping them a new plant, so a replacement. So yeah, definitely check it out. They are at myperfectplants.com, and I think they've gone through a lot of their spring sales, but there are a few more sales that they have around, as well as a few of them are out of stock, but I've noticed that they brought a few others back into stock just in the couple of weeks that I've looked at it. So if what you want is out of stock, I would just reach out to them, see when it's coming back. But yeah, very happy with them. Okay guys, thanks for watching. And if you have any more questions or comments about this video, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. I love reading them and answering all of your questions. And then you can also check out my website, which has more care information, more details about some of these plants at thegirlwiththeshovel.com. And then you can also join the private Facebook group for more personal interactions. And we just have a great group going on in there. Love seeing everyone supporting each other there. So definitely check that out. And then also check out my website if you need any care tips for any of these plants. And I will see you in the next video.